Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. This is me giving you guys the best trading tips to win your fantasy basketball league for your fantasy basketball teams. Y'all ready to get into it? 3, 2, 1, let's get it and let's go. Boom. This video is brought to you guys by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a ticket app where you guys can buy tickets for a great price and actually know the value of what the seat you're buying. This app gives you access to a visual view of what you guys will be actually seeing when you guys purchase the ticket. So basically, it is everything for you guys all in one app. It is an app for sports games, concerts, you can name it all. So make sure you guys download the app and be sure to use my promo code EasyBuckets to get a $20 discount on your first purchase. So as simple as it sounds, I'm gonna be giving you guys 5 tips to help you guys win, and when you guys are trading, these tips will definitely help you guys while in the trading process. Right now, I am making this video on the week 11th mark of fantasy basketball, the 2018 and 2019 season, which means that you guys by now should know what your team needs, what your team lacks, and also what you guys need to do while trading in your fantasy basketball teams. It is very important that before you make any single trade for your fantasy basketball teams, you guys know what you guys lack on your squads. Then with that, you guys will know what you guys need, and after that, that's where I come in and help you guys execute for making a trade for your fantasy basketball teams. So make sure you guys stay to the end of this video because you guys do not want to miss any of these tips. I personally believe that trading is a big part of fantasy basketball, and if your league is not trading, or if you're not trading, you're not making your team any better. And I believe that trading is supposed to be a key factor to you winning your fantasy basketball league. If somehow you win your league without trading, congratulations, but trading is a great strategy. But before I get into the list, I just want to say if you guys are new to Easy Buckets, guys, we are a fantasy basketball channel. We talk about fantasy basketball updates on a daily to weekly basis. I put up videos just like these every single week. So if you guys are new to the Easy Buckets, guys, hit that subscribe button and join the Easy gang. What I personally do differently is I actually help you guys with your fantasy basketball teams. So if you guys need any advice, whether it's for trading, anything about your fantasy basketball rosters, go to my Instagram account, easy.buckets, send me a direct message, and I'll do my best to help you guys with your fantasy basketball team. I've been getting a lot of messages lately, and I love talking to all of y'all, so keep it up because that's what fantasy basketball is all about. So without wasting any more of your time, we're going straight to the must-know tips. The first thing I want to talk about is specifically you guys need to target a general manager. In other words, target a GM. A statement that I 100% believe is that every single player, every single team has something that you need, and they have something that will offer your team a greater advantage. What this means is that whoever you target to trade, they definitely have something that will help your fantasy team. So going to the topic of targeting a GM, this is when you need to be smart with whoever you're targeting, because maybe targeting the right GM will help you get a good trade. You need to be able to analyze the situation that they're in, where they're going to be in a position to give a player that you want. For example, if you see a GM that has been in dead last over the past 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you know that he's definitely gonna try to make a move. Look at his stats, look at his matchups, look at what points he is missing, and that's where you bring a player that he has lacking, give him that player while getting a player from him that you want. Targeting a GM can be talked about in so many different ways, but you guys get the point. Target a GM that has to have a reason to give you the player that you would want, or in general, just a reason for them to even trade their players. Tip number 2, guys, is buy low every single time you trade. Trading for a player, you do never want to buy high. You never want to let a player sell high to you if you are in the advantage point. Buying low is a great way to win fantasy basketball leagues because when players do play awful, they have a really streaky week, they play awful over the past month, their value drops and drops every single day. And if you are watching basketball and staying updated on these fantasy basketball updates, you know that these players do lose value over time. Their situations change, they might get traded, whatever it is, guys, their minutes are decreasing. You need to buy low when trading for your fantasy team. For example, Kyle Lowry of the Toronto Raptors, guys, started the season hot, averaging about 20 and 10 assists per game. But now over the past month, he scored about less than 12 points a game. His assists have dropped, which means that now you do know that his value is dropping, and maybe his owner is trying to trade him because they're worried about his future production. This is a perfect time for you to swoop in, get a buy low target trade, and execute a great player such as Kyle Lowry that could definitely and potentially be greater than as he was at the beginning of the season. The point is, fantasy basketball, you need to take risk, and this buy low tip is a way of taking a risk that can help you win your squad. Tip number 3, guys, is when you're trading away a player, you should sell high, which means selling high is the opposite of buying low. It means that you guys are the ones in the advantage points. There's a player that a player wants from you, sell high, guys. If they want a player from you, sell them for a price that they would not want to pay. But if they want them that badly, give it to them for a good plus price. Players being put in a sell high situation means that they're overperforming over the past few weeks. They're doing greater than what we all expect, but potentially decrease their value over time. If you own a player that has been super hot, overperforming, and you don't see them doing that anytime soon for the near future, trade them away, guys. They'll be a great sell high target. A great example of this is a player such as Justin Holiday of the Chicago Bulls. With Lauri Markkanen not playing, with Chris Dunn not playing, he was able to be great for a short-term value for the Bulls, averaging about plus 3 threes a game, plus 15 points, and that is a player that is overperforming, putting him in the sell high category. With that, you guys are able to trade him away for a player that will give you long-lasting term value, especially for players that not noticing that selling high is a great way to win fantasy basketball leagues. And when every single trade that you do, always attempt to sell high. Even if it doesn't work, attempt to sell high. The 4th tip, guys, is negotiate. Negotiating is a key factor to any trade, whether it's with fantasy basketball, with stocks, with any single trading in the world, whether it's buying something, selling something. Trading, negotiating is a key part of life, and it affects fantasy basketball as well. If you guys are trying to do a trade, talk to the GM, text them. I personally believe that if you want a trade, it is not going to take a snap to complete it. If you put enough effort, I believe that you guys will be able to get the trade that you want, and that's when negotiating, talking to them on a daily basis, giving them responses, seeing what they want, sending counter trades, that is a great way to negotiate. Of course, this takes a lot of effort, but at the end of the day, if you want to make your fantasy teams better, negotiating is key. And the last tip I have for you guys is whenever you're trading, I never recommend a 1-for-1. I always recommend 2-for-2s or 3-for-3s, but 2-for-2s are my favorite. This tip is called package deals. The reason why I do not like 1-for-1s is because 1-for-1s are always one-sided, which means there's always going to be that one player winning and one player losing. 2-for-2s, on the other hand, can have a balance, where that one player is better than the other and the other player is better than the other. There's always a balance in trading, and whether you're trading for your fantasy basketball teams, you guys know what you need, and balanced trades are the way to go. Of course, if you have a chance to rip off your opponent and GM, you guys should do so. But at the end of the day, a balanced trade that will make both teams better is always good for both GMs at the end of the day. An example is if a player messages you, for example, LeBron James, and he is offering you Russell Westbrook. I personally believe that LeBron James is better than Russell Westbrook, but because of that Russell Westbrook GM can add another player on top with Russell Westbrook to give it to LeBron, and the LeBron GM can give him another player that can match that 2-for-2 to make the trade even. I personally believe that those are the best trades to attempt, so I believe that when you're trading somebody, try to attempt 2-for-2s. Package deals are also great whether you're buying low or selling high. For example, if you're selling high a player, you can add 2-for-1s that could definitely be great to add on to confirm a trade for yourself. For example, if you own Russell Westbrook and you want a James Harden, offering them Justin Holiday and Russell Westbrook as a package could definitely give you that assurance of James Harden. It is because you know that Justin Holiday's production will decrease in the future. You know that selling him high with Russell Westbrook is a way to package a deal for James Harden. That is another strategy that you guys should keep in mind when trading. Yeah, guys, do your best to package deals. I believe those are the best way to go. And alright guys, that wraps up the list on the top 5 must-know trading tips for your fantasy basketball teams. If you enjoyed the list and enjoyed the video, guys, give me a thumbs up button, and also put your opinions down in the comment section down below because I want a discussion. Once again, if you're new to Easy Buckets, hit that subscribe button and make sure you click on that bell to not miss any of my weekly and daily fantasy updates. But other than that, guys, take it easy. God bless. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and enjoy your holidays. And I'll see you guys next time on Easy Buckets. Whoa!
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'ma keep with it like no, this league business.